It ain't easy being a YouTuber, contrary to popular belief. Because after I'm done, I gotta edit this mug. I gotta edit this video before it goes up. Then I gotta do the SEOs and all of that, thumbnails. Yeah, so it ain't easy. But we getting it done. So hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Denise, and what I talk about on my channel is everything business, tech, marketing. That's my areas of specialty. Today I am going to be doing, I guess you can say it's a get ready with me chit chat, but I am going to be talking about my life and my journey to get where I am today. So I hope you guys enjoy. Definitely make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. So the brand that I use is an organic brand, and I'm not so much going to talk about the brand of makeup and skincare products that I use, because pretty much I would have to get permission. I would have to get permission to do a video about their products. So just know it's an organic brand, and I'm not going to be showing you the product so much, but you're going to get to see my application, right? Alright, so the first step that I do when I am doing my makeup is I put a little bit of foundation. Well, I have on moisturizer and eye cream already right now, right? So I put a little bit of foundation under my eyes. Like, you see those bags? Those tired bags? Okay, that was a really ugly laugh. So I basically put it right under here. And I use my fingers because I get like a nicer application. And try to put a balanced amount, because I'm going to go all the way around the eye. Excuse the fan noise in the background. I think I might turn that off. It's a pretty cool morning, so I guess I don't need the fan. Now, I know this is not a beauty channel, but I love to get dolled up, especially for my videos. Now, I wear glasses, and I am nearsighted, so that's why I can't just rely on doing it in front of the camera, because I don't have my glasses on. So in order to get a really good application, I need another mirror. That's what I'm looking at right now. Alright, so I don't always really need to do my eyebrows because I have gotten micro shading done. So I don't really need to use my eyebrows. Shout out to Jahmar Beauty Bar, because she's the boss at micro shading, microblading. She trained me how to do it. I used to do it. But focus more on business, tech side, and marketing now. So you see I carry it, like I blend it all the way out. So what that does is that kind of preps the base for the powder foundation, which is mainly what I use. So the powder foundation, you're going to see the difference with the covering up of those bags. I am really tired though, so those bags do not lie. I was like falling asleep when preparing to do this video, and it ain't easy being a YouTuber, contrary to popular belief. Because after I'm done, I gotta edit this mug. I gotta edit this video before it goes up, and I gotta do the SEOs and all of that, thumbnails. Yeah. So it ain't easy. But we getting it done. So I have a list of things that I want to go through in this video, like a get ready with me video. You know, I always comes prepared. All right, watch this. Oh my gosh. Do you see the difference? So it's almost like I'm using this powder foundation to seal in the liquid foundation. And when it does a number covering up them bags. That is a huge difference. Now it's gonna be a lot less hidden as I go through. A lot less hidden. It's gonna be a lot more concealed as I go through, but I always love to show that transition part from after I put on the powder, the difference that it makes. Huge, huge difference. It's almost like the bags disappear, but they're still there, just less visible. No, as an esthetician, there's a lot of things that cause bags under the eyes, but I'm not gonna be in esthetician mode right now. Be giving y'all tips. We're supposed to be talking about business, but I guess because today's topic is my life story, or like getting ready with me, chit chatting about my life, I guess we can talk about all of that stuff. So, well, let's go in order. So a lot of people wonder if I'm Jamaican. Yes, I am. I was born in Jamaica. Now, the accent drops in because I grew up in the States. So, it was not easy being, you know, like migrating, being a foreigner in a new country. So that took a lot of adjustment. And I was 13. I was either 12 or 13 at the time. I can't even remember. This is so long ago. So I was either 12 or 13 at the time when I went overseas to live, started going to school. But it was a challenge for me because I was from another country, and you know, kids aren't so nice when it comes to, you know, having a different background or accepting someone that's different. Yeah, so it was a bit tough for me. So I went to live overseas, went to school. So what happened is I was in third form. All right, let's backtrack a little bit. So born in Jamaica, raised in Jamaica, went through the school system out here, actually attended high school out here up to third form, right? Then after that, and I went overseas, what they did was they used your age. Your age is very, very much tied to what grade you're in. So they used my age to determine what grade I was supposed to go in. And even though in the Jamaican school system I was in the 9th grade, because I took the common entrance early. Oh my gosh, common entrance, I'm dating myself. So what happened is they put me back a grade because I went into the 8th grade. So I went to middle school, and because it wasn't so easy for me to assimilate into the school system with my accent, I started, well, my mom always really practiced me to speak proper English, but no matter how much you practice, you still will have an accent, a noticeable accent for someone that was born and raised in America, right? So I don't usually put any foundation on the top, just a bit. Oh, and by the way, I'm using 2 different shades. I use the lighter one for under my eyes, still powder foundation, but I have 2 shades. So I use a lighter one under my eyes, and then I use a darker one for around the rest of my face to blend it. Yeah, so anyways, he put me back a grade, and so I went to middle school. When I went to middle school, I would say it wasn't bad, because it wasn't like I was being bullied and all of that. It was like, it wasn't bad, but it was different. And as a child, coming from a completely different culture, trying to blend in without any problems in this new culture, it was a little bit difficult for me. Now there's a lot of people that do migrate and have no issues, so it was a little bit difficult for me. And so I finished 8th grade and went to high school, because high school in the States started 9th grade. All right, so finished 8th grade, went to high school. Then after finishing high school, and I did pretty decent. I mean, I was on the honor roll and stuff like that, was in advanced classes and all of that, but no big deal to me anyway. Afterwards, after I finished high school, I didn't go straight to college. I actually joined the U.S. Army. I was 17 because I remember my dad had to sign for me. So it was my mom that was still in Jamaica, and I went to live with my dad in the States, just to clarify there. So I remember my dad had to sign for me because I was too young. I was 17 joining the U.S. Army. So, that was an experience, right? I mean, I learned a lot of discipline. Overall, I felt like it's something that has helped shape my life, my entire life. And I would recommend some type of disciplinary training like that for everyone, because it does completely change who you can become. And I truly believe that. So went to the Army, and I was signed up for 3 years, right? So I didn't fully complete the 3 years because I got injured. So got out of the Army and went to college. So I took a different route to college. So I didn't go straight from high school like most people and went to college. Went to the Army first, then went to college, because the idea was to have the Army pay for me to go to school, which they did. All right, so I went to university. In Jamaica, college and university is a little bit different. Overseas, college and university is the same. Community college is different from university, right? So anyway, so I went to university, and fast track, because I was like, I'm not gonna be here long. I'm already behind compared to the rest of my peers. So, you know, I fast tracked. So I did a 5-year degree in like 3 years. I did go to summer school as well, but I took like full load courses and I was working. You know, the Jamaican side of me came out. So I made sure I was working and I was attending school. I mean, I was doing extracurricular activities because I started a school organization. So, you know, I was always a pretty active person. In high school, what did I do in high school as far as extracurricular activities? I can't really remember. I do remember running in middle school and in high school. So I did some type of track and field activity. I can't even remember. I think it might have been long distance running. I'm not sure. I did some type of track and field activity. And I'm trying to think back, like, is it just middle school I did it? Or was it middle school and high school? Anyways, I don't know. You know those people that can remember when they were 3 years old and exactly what was going on? I'm just not that type of person. I just be moving through life and I'm like, I don't really remember everything. I guess you would say I remember the main points. Not sure. Anyways, so all right, after I finished the army and I went to college and I got my degree in computer science. So I did 3 years and got my degree in computer science. Then I started working in corporate America. So I do need to continue putting on my makeup. Eyeliner is next, so I'm gonna pause and put on my eyeliner off camera and then come back to you because I'm not that skilled to be doing it on camera. All right, so huge difference. I did the eyeliner. I also filled in my brows. Now, you remember I told you that I have micro shading done on my brows? But what happened is I wear blonde here. So what I do is I use a brown liner to lighten up my brows so that they look, that just really, it's easy to do because I just follow the shading. But so that it looks a little bit lighter, if you rewind back to before I went off camera, you'll see that it looks a lot darker. Well, to me anyway. So I did the eyeliner and the eyebrows. All right, so I don't do a lot of makeup. So this Get Ready With Me is going to go right into my official video really quickly. Because like I said, I don't do a lot of makeup. So before I do anything else, what I want to do is I want to apply my lashes. So I don't be doing videos without lashes. So I am going to, I'm not going to apply it online. I'm going to apply it offline again. And after I apply it, man, I'm tired. These bags just be showing up. They're not allowing me to be great right now. These bags. Anyway, so I'm gonna do the lashes offline, then come right back, finish up with my makeup, and then finish up with my story so that you guys can learn even more about me. All right? All right, the transformation is happening. Yes. So next up is blush. Yeah. So, where was I? And talking about the army and then college. So this is how I apply my brush. So I have my blush. So I have a brush that just goes right on, and I guess because my cheeks are naturally defined, so I just drop it in right. It's a very light brush, that's why you see me rubbing it, blush, that's why you see me rubbing it in like that. It's a light color. So I drop it in all the way up to the hairline. And then the last thing that's left for me is my lipstick. And I think my lipstick is in my handbag. All right, so lipstick. Now what I do is I put the lipstick on just in the pink areas so that I can use my natural lip line. Then I carefully blend it in so that as to not carry it over onto my lip line. This is my favorite lipstick too. This lipstick and my red lipstick. So that's pretty much it for my makeup. I'm gonna go a little extra mile and I'm gonna set it with my setting lotion or my setting spray. Now I do have a lot of makeup, but I don't really be wearing. I have a lot of shadows. I don't really be wearing them. This is like my go-to look all the time. This setting lotion smells so, setting spray, I keep saying lotion, setting lotion goes in your hair. This setting spray smells so good as well. All right, so this is a finished look. What you guys think? Drop a comment below, let me know what you think. But this is like my go-to look. So anyways, back into my life story, right? And it's not really like really detailed, but you guys can have like an idea of my life. So after going into corporate America to work, and I worked as a network engineer, I wanted to do something more. I remember speaking with I don't remember if it was a lady from HR, but I remember speaking with her and I'm like, I want to do something more. Anyways, I kind of fell into teaching, I guess you could say. So I started teaching and I continued teaching after being in Jamaica. And after that, while I was teaching, I got introduced to multi-level marketing, right? So I became affiliated with multi-level marketing and did really well. So I got out of the classroom and it was like, even while I was in the classroom, there was something more. I still wanted more. And I think I was achieving, or I was feeling like I was getting that more in multi-level marketing, because the whole idea is to help others grow and build, right? And I was getting a lot more fulfillment from that, and compensation is really, really good. So fast forward to what I did after multi-level marketing. I started a traditional business, and a lot of the things that I learned from starting a traditional business, I also did a postgraduate certificate course. So I have a certificate in business retail management. So along with my computer science degree, I have a certificate in business retail management. So I started my traditional business, and it took a while, because after I decided that I was going to start the business, and then I had to acquire the products, acquire the equipment, and set up, it took a while. And there were some obstacles that I went through along the way in getting set up, because there was a lot of money being spent to get started and wasn't anything coming in and all of that. So for my traditional business, it was a really rough start, but I didn't give up and realized that I needed someone to work with me in the traditional business. So I started hiring people, got some good people to work with me. And then after about a year in, I realized that I was like bleeding cash. What happened is, the way how I started the traditional business, I had not put certain things in place. So that was a time that I was running to do a business plan, should have done a business plan beforehand. And I was actually incurring debt on my personal side for business purposes, which later on, when I do another video about tax office, that really just kind of created some issues later on. That's why I feel like this is the medium that I can use to help people, to like steer them away from some of the issues that I went through in business. Now, I was going to close down the business because I realized that I was really, really bleeding cash. And what I did is talk to my significant other, which I guess I should talk about, how we met and all of that, but maybe that should be for another video, because this is just how I got to this point now as far as being, a business coach or helping others in business. So I spoke to my significant other and he was like, let's see what we can do to stay open, right? So restructured a lot of things, and my staff could tell you, restructured a lot of things and got the business to where it wasn't breaking even as yet, but it wasn't bleeding as much cash, right? So this was the second year. Second year was a little bit better, and I started to see the potential of the business. All right, so this is second year. Now, keep in mind that I'm a licensed esthetician. I love skin and I love skincare, but once again, it was this thing like I wanted more. I wasn't getting what I really wanted. And I know that there were some major callings on my life, and I needed to fulfill these callings. I needed to get that more that I wanted to accomplish, that more that I wanted to give back, that more that I wanted to leave as a legacy for myself. 2019 is not really much to talk about. Still ups and downs, not breaking even. And even though the potential, like I said, the potential is there, but I believe how I started out was really rough. And just a little bit more insight on what I'm saying when I mean how I started out. When I started out with a partner, not a business partner, but a partner in where we shared space, business space, right? And that was really, really a rough start for me, because to me, I think I prematurely opened up, and prematurely opening up caused me to be behind before I even got started. You get what I'm saying? And then the person that I was sharing space with ended up leaving, and it was really, really difficult to maintain such a large space when you weren't even breaking even, right? So 2019 was a struggle, but still was getting through. But when coronavirus hit Jamaica, yeah. And one of the things that really, because I was going through such a rough time, so let me tell you what I'm talking about with personal now, what personally happened. So I had to get surgery, right? Now that's going deep into my personal life, but so I had to get surgery this year. And I got surgery like right before coronavirus hit. So I was very, very concerned about having my staff going to work, and we weren't really sure, what was going on with this virus and everything. So I was very concerned about my staff working. So what I told them was, stay home, I'm gonna go to work. But I was not healing properly from the surgery, and so I could not work for like months. So what ended up happening is I ended up closing the business, and another person decided that they would think about taking on the business name, and we should be doing the finalization of the paperwork for the end of this year so they can start for next year. Because I have really worked hard at building a brand, creating a buzz for this particular brand, done a lot of marketing, spent a lot of money in marketing, and trial and error basically. so throughout that trial and error process, plus my experience with multi-level marketing, I gained a lot of business knowledge. Remember also that I have a certificate in business management. So all of that combined, I have this wealth of knowledge that I really feel like I can, and plus my experience as a traditional business owner and my experience in a multi-level marketing combined gave me two different sides of the coin. And so I feel like with all of that experience, I can definitely, guide other business owners or guide others that want to get into business. All right, so I didn't want to make this video too long, so let me hurry up. So that's my traditional business. Now, I also have a certificate in digital marketing strategy. And, the whole idea was to make sure that I continued my education. I am also an assessor for Hard Trust, and I have my level 4 certificate in computer science, or in IT is what they call it in Jamaica. So I do have a lot of certification and a lot of experience in business, right? So moving right along. Now, when I started my traditional business, I realized that the school that I was teaching at out here, it's a Hard Trust school. I was really passionate about, getting that school to where it should be because of the passion that the coordinator has, and, just the effect that the school has on the community and Jamaica as a whole. Because the idea is, if you can get as many at-risk youth off the streets educated with vocational training education, right? So give them vocational training and skills, send them out there in the workforce, you'll create a better community because you'll have less people that's like idle, less people that's sitting around doing nothing, and more people that are out there in the workforce. So I realized that I was drawn to this school so much that I went back. Well, I always helped out. And in 2018, was it? Yeah. I went back and joined the school board. All right. So I was voted in as chairman of the school board in that year. Now, this is an amazing school. The school is called Hazard Skills Training Center, so you can look it up. The school's on Instagram, and there's a website. I will drop it in there if you want to check it out. Definitely working with Hard Trust, partnered with Hard Trust, and always looking for assistance. If anybody out there wants to take up the school as like, their baby and wants to assist with scholarships for students, wants to assist with helping the school completing its vision of becoming a school of excellence, providing these special skills to community members. And eventually, with the pandemic, what has happened is it has opened up the world. So eventually it would be great if we could expand to where we can, engage people that's overseas to get into training and allow them to get certified through the system. That's like a wide goal, but it would be great. And the pandemic has opened up that opportunity really, because it basically has shrunk the world and made the world smaller. So everything is more in reach, right? So an amazing school. And so I'm on the board there and pretty much do freelancing with my specialty area, which is business coaching, and with marketing, business marketing, and tech, because I'm always a techie. Always have been. Now, the looks can be deceiving because the first thing everybody always say, oh, she's the, when they see me coming to the school, they're like, oh, she's the beauty therapy teacher, or she's a cosmetology teacher. And really, I'm the IT teacher. So that was an experience. Now, what can I tell you about what I've learned is to always grow. Always continue to learn and grow. Expand your knowledge. One thing no one can take away from you is your education, right? And obviously there's going to be ups and downs, obstacles, but never give up. All right. And one of the things that I've been focusing on really lately is the fact that everyone needs cheerleaders. So, if you can be a cheerleader for another person, cheering them on in business, cheering them on in life, that can mean so much to someone. So, everyone needs cheerleaders. So the idea is to each day that you go out there, you try to cheer someone else on, right? And that is like a really good thing to live up to, trying to help someone or make someone's day, basically, right? And another big thing that I've learned over the years as well is, reading. Reading is so important. I have really been instilling reading in the kids. It's not really going over so well, but pray for me. And how the kids come in? Well, I got married in I got married last year, 2019. But I was with my husband for many years, and I have a stepson, which everyone that knows me thinks is my son. So I never really tell anyone. And I also have my goddaughter who tragically lost both parents. So, as the godmother, I took on that responsibility. So I have 2 kids, all right? Not biological, but trust me, you would not be able to tell the difference, all right? So I don't have any biological kids. And, it's a great thing if you do, but to me, it's the same thing. I mean, I don't know, probably because I don't have any biological, but to me, it's the same thing. So I have 2 kids. Anyway, so reading is something that I instill in them. It's very important because there's a saying that says, if you want to hide something from a Black person, put it in writing. That's a really horrible thing to be out there, because that shows that us as a Black culture, as a Black nation, we don't love to read. And the only way for you to truly grow your mindset is to read and, expose yourself to different types of mindsets to help you grow, right? But reading is the closest and is the best way to do that. So a lot of people are so focused on getting rich, but they're not interested in adding reading or incorporating reading into their normal activities. But what happened is, if you don't read, it really lowers your chances of ever getting rich or of ever being successful. So that's how important reading is to me. And if you are part of multi-level marketing, that's one of the things that they instill is reading. Now, I think that pretty much covers everything. I didn't go into a lot of detail about everything, but it kind of gives you like a whole scope of my life and how I got to this point today. So I know I have been ranting on and on a lot about all sorts of stuff. This is a long video, but I really appreciate you sticking all the way through. And like I said, for my videos, I always want to have this extra tip at the end, and that's the last thing that I spoke about, which is reading. Reading is the key to get you where you want to go. If you are not reading, you are going further away from being successful. All right, so definitely add reading to your daily activities. I am going to drop a couple good books to read in the description so that you guys can really know like where to start. Think and Grow Rich is a good one to just jump off the top of my head. Compound Effect is a good one. The Slight Edge is similar to Compound Effect. That's a good one. Both of those are good books. And Start With Why, which I'm rereading again now. Simon Sinek. It's a really good one. So some of those books are really good books. And so that would be my extra tip for today, is to make sure that you incorporate reading into everything. That has completely changed my life. So I am throwing that out there as this extra tip. Now, You know how it is. Definitely like, comment, share, and subscribe. So you can hear more from me. And thank you so much for watching, and you have yourself a blessed day. I'm actually recording in the day now, so this is odd for me. So have yourself a blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye.